Welcome everyone to the River Football League weekly update. I just wanted to run down everything for everybody, me and him both, so that way everyone is up to date on what's going on, because I know not everyone has time to read the weekly report. However many of you are watching this who have time for it, I don't know, but I feel like this will be a lot more fun as my co-host is grabbing a Fitz's root beer.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Of course, you know me, I'm Zach, this is Bubby. I am the commissioner, and I own the Pigskins team, and this man owns the only sponsored team that we have, the Pepsi Clan. But we're just going to run through the games real quick, and you can pipe in with any of your thoughts.
Okay.
The first game that I have is, of course, my team, Pigskins. We lost. In a the only tight game this whole entire week, by the way. I have a notebook.
It's probably because you guys didn't have your full teams up.
Okay, that's straight facts. Listen, this is the most scuffed game of all time. Imagine going to watch a game where someone doesn't have a starting quarterback and the other team doesn't have a starting defense. That was this game. The results may or may not be posted. No, the results are posted. You're looking at them. The Pigskins lose 67 points to the Cannonballs 70 points. And this is all, of course, somebody's fault.
I don't know. Not mine.
Not your fault.
Probably yours and Corey's fault.
Half of the fault was the Lions, because I had plenty of Lions players that did nothing.
Yeah, the Lions suck.
Well, we'll get into another team that sucks later whenever it's time to talk about your game. And, of course, I think this score would have been a lot more in favor of the Cannonballs if there hadn't been a strange glitch in our system that would have allowed Corey to start Patrick Mahomes, who I don't remember off the top of my head how many fantasy points he had, but it was at least like 25.
It was close to 30.
It was very close to 30. But moving on from that game, we have the Patriots versus the Jays. That is Vince versus Jake. Jake beats the Patriots 84-56, which Sleeper threw the worst shade at Vince, calling him the least efficient manager.
Yeah.
And I'll get into it later, but he is at the bottom of our power rankings in the RFL.
That was rough.
It was very rough.
I remember watching it live on my phone, and I said, Patriots suck.
Which Patriots? The real life Patriots or our Patriots?
Yes.
Because the answer is yes. Moving on to game number 3, we have Kayla Sadler's team versus the Owls. And this was our first game that had a 3-digit score. The Owls, Dave, defeat Kayla 116-85. Now, the interesting thing about that is, if we go back to game 1, Corey won with 70 points. So Kayla scored 85 points and still lost. So, like I said, very scuffed week 1.
Everybody wants to know, was Richard Sandwich on the field for the Owls?
Richard Sandwich was on the field, but he was hidden. It's like a game of Where's Waldo.
Oh, okay.
Whoever can find Richard Sandwich on the field in any Owls game wins a free sandwich that I will prepare. You don't get to choose what it is, though. One thing I did want to touch on that I didn't get to watch. I don't know what games you got to watch. Did you get to see any of the Browns game?
No.
Okay.
I saw the Jets game and the Lions game.
I just wanted to touch on this stat here. Myles Garrett with 33 fantasy points from the defensive lineman position. That is 5 tackles and 2 sacks in one game, which is bizarre. Especially that just makes me happy, and also sad at the same time because I wanted to get Myles Garrett. So that's this was a battle of defenses. That was a mental note I made. Jordan Battle for Kayla Sadler's team had 26 fantasy points, which is, well, it's as much as a quarterback. He had 12 tackles from the defensive back position and 1 interception. So that's pretty cool. I'll be looking forward to watching both of those teams lose to my team.
Probably not.
Moving on to Game 4, we have Jeremy's Nordics versus Rob's Robos, where the Nordics won 119 to 87.
Well, that's what happens when you get Josh Allen.
That is very true.
When you steal him from me.
And so not only, so I am scared of Jeremy's team because this is all based off of the Bills-Ravens game that everybody watched. Everyone got to see that, which was fantastic. Lost my brain. But Jeremy has both Josh Allen and Derrick Henry. Josh Allen by himself, 39 points. And so I believe Derrick Henry was probably up in the high 20s as well. He might have had more than Lamar.
I wouldn't know.
I don't have that note on here, but everything that I do have notes on is right up here. It's just the top performers of everybody's team. If you see that player pop up underneath your team, they were the top performer for your team that week. I am not counting the defenses, though. I think there was one person that did have something like
My
that.
defense sucks.
I think it was your somebody's defense had -2 points.
Oh, I had 0.
And I can't remember. I should have left a note because it's really funny.
I had a goose egg.
Speaking of goose eggs and teams that suck, we move on to game number 5, which features the Pepsi Clan versus Tyler's Goats. It was an absolute slobber knocker. Third game with triple-digit score as Tyler's Goats trampled the Pepsi Clan 107 to 70.
Well, that's what happens when you're a Dolphins fan. And also whenever you can't play your Eagles defender that got 20 points that week.
That is very true.
Screwed by the system, I was.
So that would have got you up to 90, which would have been a lot more. I think there was a couple, like I said, scuffed week 1.
Yeah.
We can't really go off too much of what was.
Of course, I did better than you, so 3 points over him. It's a moral victory.
We'll see about that, buddy. Just a heads up, we do face each other week 2, and I will punch you in the stomach multiple times. I will say, out of all of the Pepsi Clan's performers, one that did stick out to me was a Dolphins player that did very well during that game was Jordan Brooks, 21 fantasy points from his 14 tackles from the linebacker position. So I'm sure you at least got that to look forward to as you watch. Or no, you don't get to watch because we don't get Miami's games.
That's true.
Oh, that was okay. No, this is also what I want to touch on. Another battle of the defense. I love the IDPs in this league. For the Goats, top performer. I just want to say his name. We'll both try to say it. Foyesade Aluakun. Is that how you would say that?
I have no idea.
Foyesade Aluakun. With 28 fantasy points from 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, and 10 tackles from the linebacker position. So that is very fun. So yeah.
You know who else got a lot of tackles?
Who's that?
Not the Lions.
I had to watch that live. Oh, good lord. Okay.
Let's go Packers.
Now that we're done with the Week 1 game results, we will now move on to the awards for this week. Yes, we do have a few awards to give out, mostly just to show love to the top performers of each division. So, with that being said, I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but we do have 2 divisions in the RFL, the Alpha Division and the Sigma Division. If you're in either of those, you can now officially say you were either an Alpha or a Sigma. So,
I don't know which one I am.
I think you're Sigma. I'm Baby. Would you like to say the awards for this week?
Sure. I haven't seen this.
You haven't seen this. Who was our Alpha Player of the Week?
Our Alpha Player of the Week was Brian Burns. I don't know who. I don't know what that means. That was on Corey's team, the Cannonballs. So, Brian Burns, you get a $1 million bill with Elon Musk's face on it. So, you have to pick it up in Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. Brian Burns contributed 26 fantasy points, 2 sacks, and 6 tackles from the defensive lineman position, which made him the top performer out of every player in that division. He was number 1. And that's including all quarterbacks from that division.
Well, I've never heard of him, so
I've never heard of him either. He might be on the Eagles.
Well,
I think he was. I remember seeing that, so I don't know. That's cheating if he was. I don't know how you were, Corey. I don't know how you were able to play Brian Burns if we couldn't use Eagles players.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to use my defense. He wasn't able to start Zach Bond. Why'd you get Brian Burns? We will be proven wrong, and I'll be proven a fool later. I will read off our Sigma player of the week. This was a given. We should have known.
oh,
It's Josh Allen. Josh Allen is the Sigma of the week. He had 39 fantasy points, which I believe, yes, like by far, that's the most of any player. Myles Garrett is the only one that comes close. That is, of course, coming off of 424 total yards. That's passing and rushing combined, and 4 touchdowns, rushing and passing. I think he had 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns. So, I mean, no wonder they won that game. You know, it came down to the wire, but yeah, that's a no-brainer. He had to win something. Oh, does he have a prize?
yes. His prize for winning the Sigma of the week, he gets a bottle of mostly used
Is that B
high
complex?
potency B complex. You'll just have to take my word for it.
Where is he also picking that up in Saskatchewan?
There's about 20 in there, so they kind of stink. They're still good.
Well, you know who didn't stink this week? We want to show love to the players that didn't get started going forward with our Bench Warmer of the Week award. And this goes, of course, to... we talked about the real-life Patriot sucking. This is proof to the contrary. Our Bench Warmer of the Week is Harold Landry from the defensive back position. Can you read us off what he gave, what he offered?
It says here that he had 34 points with 2.5 sacks. I don't know how that works.
I'll explain.
And 5 tackles.
5 tackles.
But yet again, never heard of him, so he can't be that good.
Harold Landry is a defensive back on the real-life Patriots, and he is actually on Vince's bench, and...
Well, if he's on the bench, he can't be that good. Don't know how he got those points.
Two and a half sacks. There was somebody else helping him for the third sack.
Okay.
That's what that means. Now we'll move on to the power rankings, which I will not scream in verbatim, but I will post somewhere here. They're right here. Look at them. They're lovely. Of course, as you can see, the Nordics are in first place.
It's fine. I dropped the power ranking.
You dropped the... Oh, crap.
They're broke.
Here. Just...
So,
We'll just throw them back up there.
I'm not editing. I don't know how I'd even edit that.
The Nordics, of course, are in first place with 119 points, with the Owls just right behind them with 116. In dead last would be the Patriots with only 56 points. An interesting thing to look at, of course, as I alluded to earlier, the Cannonballs, Corey's Cannonballs, 70 points. They are in 5th place over the Robos and Kayla Sadler's team only because they won their game. So if we were going strictly off of points, you could make the argument that they should be down there in the bottom half, and Kayla Sadler's team and the Robos should be up in the top half, but they still lost their games.
Fascinating.
Fascinating indeed. Now we'll move on to the Week 2 preview. Moving into week... Oh. You have $50 there. Oh my gosh. Moving into week 2, I just want to give everyone a heads up on a new tradition that will be starting thanks to Jalen Carter, who spat on Dak Prescott during the Eagles-Cowboys game this week. They're calling it the Loogie Herd Round the World. The Herd all around the countryside. Do you have any thoughts? Do you think that was the right thing to do in that moment? Do you even know what happened?
Somebody's got spat on.
Dak Prescott
I
did.
preferred to see somebody get slapped across the face.
Well, we saw that in
That was in the Chiefs game.
Chiefs-Eagles game. Yeah, Travis Kelce got the dog water smacked out of him, and it was the best thing ever. Travis Kelce is, of course, banned from this league, in case anyone didn't know. But that has nothing to do with the loogie. The loogie, I believe, that Dak Prescott wiped the loogie off on the ball. So, as the rest of that game kept going on, the loogie was passed from person to person. So, we will, of course, have, from henceforth going forward, the tale of the loogie. We will be following this loogie throughout the rest of the season, and I reviewed the tape from Cowboys Eagles, and as they were ending the game with the QB kneels, the last person to hold the ball, as the last player, I should say, I'm not going to count refs and coaches, the last player to touch the ball as the game clock expired was Jalen Hurts. So, the loogie will be carried on with Jalen into, this is actually a really big game, so I'm glad that it's the first loogie game, first annual loogie game. First annual? Not annual. But the first ever loogie game will be Eagles versus Chiefs this coming week. I believe it's Sunday night.
I have no idea.
I think it's Sunday night.
I just work here.
So for Eagles versus Chiefs, of course, we could see who will be wind up with the loogie at the end of the game. We do have a lot of fantasy team owners and players affected by this loogie thing. If you want to, I guess you could run down a list. Actually, one of your players that we were just alluding to earlier is on this list.
What am I reading?
These are all the fantasy players that are affected. Oh, you don't know these guys' first names.
We have Jay Hurts,
Jalen.
P. Mahomes.
No, it's Patrick.
And that's Corey. We have Jake S. Barkley.
No, Jake has
So-
Saquon Barkley.
So we have Charles Barkley.
No, Charles Barkley
H.
isn't
Butker
here.
Zach.
Harrison Butker. I own him.
We have Kayla J. Elliott.
That's Jake Elliott. That's
We have
the
Zach
kicker.
Zach Eagles D.
The entirety of the Eagles defense could get the loogie.
Bubsy Braun.
Zach,
that's
that's
an
your
interesting
guy.
name.
Zach Vaughn. That's your guy. My wife and kids.
So that's the list.
So all those players, and I'll probably have a list that is right here. I'll have a list that we'll find about a couple days from now, since he ate it. But there's a list of all the players that could potentially wind up with the loogie. Vince, currently you have the loogie.
Sure.
I am so sorry. Vince has the loogie. As of this recording, he has the loogie. Maybe. We'll see when it goes up. But that's the loogie game. I want to talk about the RFL game of the week. I was super excited to see this. We talked about the power rankings. We showed them earlier. The number 1 team and the number 2 team will be facing off this week. That's the Nordics and the Owls. Jeremy versus Dave. Of course, I've already talked about Josh Harriman. 39 points. That'll be the quarterback for the Nordics. The quarterback for the Owls is the other guy from that Bills-Ravens game, Lamar Jackson. Talk about it. What you think about Lamar?
He lost, so he sucks.
No, he won the rap battle.
No, but his team lost. The Bills won. Go
Which
Bills.
Lamar are we talking about?
Did you say Ravens?
Not Kendrick?
I'm
gaslighting you.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
But yes, Lamar Jackson. So it's funny that you say he sucks, because
He lost.
that is something that I want to say. This game is going to be Lamar Jackson versus Derrick Henry, because Nordics have Derrick Henry. That's the Ravens running back. Lamar Jackson, the quarterback, for the Ravens. That's just an interesting thing looking at. And while you're cheering on one guy, you might not want to be cheering on the other.
True.
So from that game, the Buffalo Bills game, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry both had 29 fantasy points. Lamar Jackson throwing 14 for 19, 209 yards, 70 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown. I wrote it weird. I guess he didn't throw a passing touchdown, which I don't think that's right. I think I missed something.
I wouldn't know.
Oh wait, no, it's definitely right because Derrick Henry ran for 169 yards for 2 touchdowns. Which is pretty sweet.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
What do you think about that?
I don't know.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know. But I do have a big announcement.
What's the big announcement?
Tua Tagovailoa, he's available. If you want him, you can pick him up right now. Sadly, for me, I had to trade him because I felt as though it was too big of an asset, and I felt like I was just gonna win. So if anybody needs him, I know that Zach, you scored 3 less points than me. If you want to pick him up,
You traded him to free agency.
It was too good for me. My team has too much potential. So with him, it was a surefire thing that I would win. So go get him. That's all I have.
Of course, Tua Turn the Ball Over is available in free agency for anyone to pick up. I would advise not because the Dolphins O-line wants him to die, and Mike McDaniels might be my least favorite coach right now. Might be. What did he say?
He said today is a great day because we are one day closer to death.
And if that doesn't scream great coaching, then I don't know what does. That's the guy I'm running through a wall for. This is somehow starting to turn into a Dolphins rant podcast, which is interesting. But that is all that we have for right now.
Yep.
So I'll close the book here, but I'll be opening it up later. We're closing the book on week 1. We'll soon be opening the book for week 2 and week 2.
Tua.
Will this
pick
be
up Tua in week 2?
Will this be the week of Tua?
And look out for the Hawk Tua Loogie game.
Look out for the Hawk Tua Loogie game. And oh wait, no, we did have one other announcement, and we will actually kick that over to our on the field guys that you saw for the mascot.
So what you're saying is it's time to go to the field?
It's time to go to the field. Well, not us.
Not us.
But we're going to send you guys.
But you can go
to the field. Yeah, let's move out of their way so they can come. Go to the field.
Go.
Get out.
It's non-negotiable. Go to the field.
You have to go.
I'm going to kill you.
We will rip your insides out. And
pee my pants, go to the field.
In front of you.
I pee my pants.
And feed you what's left.
Go to the field.
Just go. Go. Rigby, take him to the field.
Take him away.
To the field.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the field. We're so excited that you have joined us here on the field as we are about to watch the rematch of Piggy Smalls versus Superfan, because Superfan not happy at all that Piggy Smalls beat him.
Well, you know, brother, it takes a lot of guts to shoot on somebody like that. Take liberties, what, one line and a middle rope leg drop? I don't think so. If I were me, I'd do exactly what the Superfan's doing. I would say, give him to me again, when I'm fresh, when I'm not worn out from a match. You caught me off guard. That's what I'd say. Chris Macho has spoken.
Well, we're gonna see that tonight to see if Superfan really was just gassed and that's why they got ran over last week, or if it was canon, and Superfan just sucks.
Yeah, for the glory of the teams. They're representing their teams.
Yeah, for the River Football League, I am El Capo,
Chris Macho.
and this is the mascot. To the field.
Let's go to the field, whippersnappers. Ooh, we're on the field. They met us on the field.
We're on the field. Here we are in Rome, Italy.
We are in
tonight.
Italy.
And
Yes.
we've got our rematch between Piggy Smalls and the Superfan.
Superfan.
And currently coming to the ring right now is
Superfan.
Superfan. So here
Superfan
he
is
comes.
here.
He's
Oh.
here. Oh,
You don't have to move. Only I do.
yeah. So that's what we. That's who's here.
Superfan is here to try to. Hold on, this voice is really hard for my throat. Oh, God.
Superfan rocking out tonight. Superfan. He doesn't know what he's.
Well, you know something? If I felt like I was cheated, I would also ask for a rematch like this. It goes deeper. You know, we can pull back the curtain a little bit. There was another Rumble. It's not canon. It's supposed. It's rumored to be another Rumble was around that the Superfan won. And
Well, I think that rumors of that are greatly exaggerated, and I don't think that actually happened.
But Piggy Smalls is here to put all those to put them all to rest.
Piggy, he's here, and he's got new entrants and new
Oh.
theme music. Would you like to explain to us why that is?
Because he thinks he's the best. Because he won with the leg drop. He thinks he's the Hulkamania. He's here. Piggy Mania's running wild. The smoke is getting to me. Oh my God.
I think our curtains are falling
Oh,
apart here on
gosh.
the field. I need to invest in a better setup, but he's rocking out, and he's pigging out here tonight, and you know, I wonder how he's gonna feel whenever his team goes up.
Well, you
against-
know something? If I was him, I'd be worried that I would be, instead of called Piggy Smalls, Superfans riled up, I'd be worried that I'd become Chris P. Bacon.
Yeah, that would suck for Piggy Smalls, but here he is in front of the UFO and in front of the wacky arm-waving inflatable tube men here tonight.
They're stealing my gimmick. That's my
Your
geshmizik.
gimmick is to do this.
My gazimmick.
How your hands go. So, also, we're TV staticking now. I don't know what that means.
Someone's trying to bust into the feed. Rigby, is that you? I think you just peed on me.
I don't
He
think
did.
he might be going insane just a little bit. But here we are. Piggy Smalls, he's ready to go. And Superfan is also ready to go. And River Football League has been anticipating this rematch for an
We
entire
have been
week.
all week. Let me kill the HUD.
Yeah. Gotta,
I hit the wrong button.
you know what?
Whoa.
That's okay. We
Let's
don't
look
need,
at the feet.
We don't need to do that.
There's the right button. I apologize.
It's okay.
Sometimes I just have a need for feet.
So Piggy Smalls here choking out Superfan. Not really something that a kind man would do, hitting the elbow drop to swallow the back on an undefended Superfan.
Piggy isn't worried about being the kind man. He's worried about being the winning man.
Well, he may or may not win here tonight, considering he just missed that big move from the top rope to a completely stunned Superfan.
It was a distraction.
Distraction to kiss him?
They will.
Oh no, they're wrestling into the
They're
corner.
going in the corner. He has till 5.
to 5. Oh, a clean break.
Oh, that was.
Oh,
And now
he
we're
pushes
back
him
in the
back
corner.
Okay.
And now he's going for his toes. I told you, he has the need for feet as well.
Why would Piggy Smalls be working the legs here tonight?
Well, as you can see, we were talking about the rumors. If Superfan loses tonight, those rumors won't have a leg to stand on, just like the Superfan won't after Piggy Smalls is done with the rumor.
Well, that may be true, I suppose. Superfan hitting a slam on Piggy Smalls, hitting with a stomp and picking him up for. Oh no, he's getting hit with the dragon.
I told
whip.
you, he's going after the legs.
I think this is a little weird.
Why is it weird?
I don't know. It doesn't seem right that Piggy Smalls should be attacking somebody.
Well, he's going up top again for the
he's
elbow.
drop.
And wait a second.
This is a finish. I think
That's also gimmick infringement. That's
I'll
mine.
grant you that one. And he's doing another elbow drop and another
Stop doing my moves.
And stomp to the face.
Very disrespectful.
Oh, very disrespectful.
Especially to me, Chris Correa. Not Chris Macho, although I am very macho.
You know, it means a lot. It would mean a lot for the Pigskins if Piggy Smalls were to pick up this match, this win tonight, because they lost this week in the league, and it's looking like they might be losing again next week as well. So
Oh, but there is the leg drop, so I think that's a win.
that might
for
be
the
it
Pigskins.
for Superfan.
That
And it is.
it. The Pigskins are on the way up.
Well, as they say, ball don't lie.
Ball doesn't
Ball
lie.
does not
And
lie.
neither do the feet.
The big feet.
And speaking of feet, Superfan has been defeated.
You know they eat pig feet in some countries.
Don't tell Piggy that, dude.
I'm just saying, if he would have lost tonight, I heard rumors that they might have been butchering.
Well, no wonder he fought with all he had. Oh, look at the striations.
Yeah, he's very muscular.
And he's hearing you. He does.
He
He
hears
thinks
me.
he wants to hear you
Yeah.
say more. He wants to hear
Um,
more compliments. Oh, look at him. Talk about it.
About
Talk
the only
about it.
compliment I can give him is that he's muscular. And I guess he's won.
Muscle suit span.
He's won 2 matches so far that really don't have a meaning.
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights. Well, it will be very interesting if Piggy Small or if the Pigskins go up against Kayla Sadler's team.
It will. Man's taking forever.
Are they even in the same division?
I don't know.
I don't believe so.
We're on the field.
We're on the field.
They're in the booth.
Yes. Biggie Smalls is still he's hitting all the corners. He's really taking his time
Wow,
to soak it
this-
up tonight.
Just also
Somebody's
his live
live-
stream.
that
His
guy's
live
live
stream. He's
stream.
breaking into the feed. He's the reason that the
That's
static is
crazy.
going.
That is crazy. Well, what do we do now? Do we send it back to the booth? Or is that
Let's send him back to the booth.
let's go back
to the booth.
to the booth?
Get out of here.
I don't think we have we don't have a video for that.
To the booth.
To the booth.
To the booth.
Well, thank you. I have. Do you know who those guys are?
No idea.
I have. Okay. Well, anyways, thank you all for joining us for the first ever weekly update.
Yes.
We're a bit thrown off by all that chaos, but we just want to say thank you for watching, and we will see you next week on RFL updates. We really know what we're doing right now.
We're very professional.
We did run a YouTube channel at one point.
We're really good.
I love you. And you. And you. I love you.
I want to win.